in the 4 great vows, we say, sentient beings are numberless, we vow to save them all. So we started the day with this vow. So this is very important in our school. So helping all beings, that seems a little bit too much. There are many sentient beings. So how can you make that real? Well, at this moment, it's not so difficult. You ask me a question, I answer you, okay? So all sentient beings, that's you. And okay, the rest of you, you're very welcome too, of course, since you're here. So that means that I forget about my family, I forget about my job, I forget about all the suffering in this world. So it makes it actually more easy, okay? So we only have to do this. What's at this moment, what is in front of me? And can I do something useful? So that is all sentient beings. Then, of course, another reason why we do it is that by taking that direction, we avoid the trap of only for me. I used to invest a lot of energy in finding happiness for myself. I cannot find your happiness, but I tried at least to find my happiness, so that takes a lot of effort to find this happiness, because the faster you run, the faster the happiness runs away. Okay, but actually, if you don't run after happiness, then happiness will start running after you. So again, it's an easier job to just forget about happiness. It's impossible to have a life without happiness. If you are open for everything that appears in your life, happiness will be part of it. So this is an easier way. Of course, even if I decided not to run after happiness, sometimes some kind of idea appears and I want something. I want something for me. So if you want something, then maybe you will get something, but you will also get a problem. Because if you get something, maybe you will lose it, or at least you can be afraid of losing it, or you think it's something good, but actually behind there is something bad, hidden. This is the other aspect. So when you turn things around and you say, my direction is only for all beings, then already this problem of only for me falls away. Only for me means desire mind, anger mind, and so this means suffering. Desire for myself means suffering. Anger, because I don't get what I want, means suffering. So by choosing the other direction, I want to help all beings, then actually you have less problems also for yourself. It's a good way to cultivate your mind, because that way you will have less suffering. Now, then often the question comes, okay, but should I really forget about myself? We also have to take care of ourselves, isn't it? That is true. It's very important to take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, how can we be of use for this world? So the first thing you need to do is to take care of yourself. But if you have a problem, and let's say you have a doubt about something you did, or maybe you said, okay, I did such a big mistake, And then, you want to take care of yourself because you suffer because of all your doubts, and you see this big mistake, and then when you see your big mistake, you think, oh, I'm such a bad person. This is the way that thinking starts. It's difficult not to let this kind of thinking appear in your mind. So when something like that appears, very easily your thinking will bring you to this place of suffering. So by looking at this problem, trying to take care of yourself, you're brought again and again to suffering. So this is annoying. So a trick that you can use is to include, for example, if you did something really stupid or something really bad, you include all people who did the same mistake as you. Of course, many people have done the same mistakes as you have done. So if you want to be compassionate for yourself, and to take, to allow yourself to to accept yourself the way you are, and to continue from there, what you can do is you take everybody who is in the same situation, who did the same mistakes, in your empathy, okay, in your wishes for well-being. That is much more easy, really. You can try that. So in order to do that, then, for example, you can take a mantra, like Koen Bosso. Okay, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso. And when doing that, you can decide to save all beings from suffering. And so, for example, if you want to take off yourself too, then you include yourself into that. Now, saving all beings from suffering, that is the mind of enlightenment. So for ourselves, it is impossible. We cannot save all beings from suffering. How? Where would we start? It's just impossible. But for our mind, we can really do that. You can really decide to save all beings from suffering. You can decide that all sentient beings from the past, the present, and the future will be saved from all suffering that has happened, that is happening now, and that will happen. You can really, really do it. Because your mind can decide anything. Now, when you do this kind of practice, you do Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso, Koen Bosso. And so then you decide to save all beings from suffering. On the moment that you really do that 100%, and that you really believe in yourself 100%, that you save all beings from suffering, well, you don't save all beings from suffering, but your unconditional love will start flowing out. Okay. So then this love mind will pour out to I don't know where, but you can include yourself into this. Okay. Well, in this exercise, it's not so important to save yourself by doing that. But what is important is to open up your mind, to find your true self, to find this unconditional love, to perceive that this energy, this light, mind light, is constantly flowing, and that it is actually very powerful. That is possible, okay? That is possible. So if you try that, then maybe you can try that for, let's say, 3 weeks. You can try this exercise. I will save all beings from the past. and really take away the suffering. Okay, so you must decide for yourself, I will really take away the suffering that has happened, and those people will be really, or those sentient beings, it's not only people, all those sentient beings will be saved. So if you decide it and then you do it 100%, then at some point your heart, mind can react on that and can just open up and start flowing. Okay. Being in contact with this energy is very important. It is very important to perceive what you are, to perceive what this world is, and to perceive the quality of life that is always around here. The beauty of this world, the beauty of this moment, the clear energy that is always present. So that is why we practice, or why we have this direction, saving all beings from suffering.